section for our last session of working on our back bends. So we will be achieving our peak poses in this session. We're going to start off to warm up through the body. If you feel like you need more work on your back bends, please do go back to session 3, 2 and 1. That way we can increase the strength, the mobility and the flexibility in the spine. So we're going to bring ourselves to the top of our mats with a lot of space behind you, little bit of space in front of you with the shoulders pulled back and down, chin lifted, focusing on the breath. Taking a sun salutation to warm up through the back, spreading the palms in our Tadasana pose. We inhale, reach the arms up above the head. Exhale, hinge at the hips to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right leg, then your left leg back into a plank position. Place the knees down if you'd like, and then bring the elbows in close to the body, chaturanga. Inhale, pushing into your cobra, sink those hips down, open the chest. Let's mobilize through the spine as we have done in our other sessions. So we're opening the chest as much as we can, squeezing the shoulder blades, chin lifted away from the chest, getting a curve all the way through the spine. Allow the head to relax backwards. Tuck the toes under, exhale to downward facing dog, pushing the heels down towards the mat, push the chest through towards the legs, maybe pedaling the feet one at a time. From here, bend both knees, push your tailbone up towards the sky, finding a nice curve through the spine. Sinking your shoulders towards the ground, opening the chest, allow the head to hang, give the head a little shake and a nod if you'd like. Releasing any tension, using the weight of the head. Looking between the hands, step your right leg followed by your left leg back to the top of your mat. Inhale, roll all the way up through the spine, draw the hands up above the head. Exhale, draw the hands down at heart center. From here, we're bringing ourselves down onto our knees. Lower your bum onto your heels and come to this kneeling position. Sat nice and straight. We're going to come now into a modified version of our camel pose. We'll build up to the full camel pose in just a second. Lifting the hips off of your heels. Take the hands onto the lower back. So we're spreading our fingers to support through the lower spine. You can have your hands either way, whatever's more comfortable for you. Take the knees a little bit wider and we're going to relax back, supporting that lower back. Finding this back bend, open the chest, come out of that stretch anytime you need. Support the back, push the hips forwards. If you're not comfortable relaxing the head back, that's fine. You can keep the gaze forwards as well. So we're just opening the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades, bring those elbows round behind the back. Inhale, come back to center, take the hands down onto your mat. Step your right leg followed by your left leg back into a plank position. Exhale to downward facing dog. From here, transfer yourself all the way into a plank position. We're placing our left knee down and bringing ourselves onto the side of our body. So we're coming into a wild thing pose now. We're planting that left foot. Left hand stays planted as well. Hips pointing up towards the sky, knee pointing up towards the sky. Push your right leg into the ground. Push your left foot into the ground. Lifting the hips. Bring your chest upwards. So we're finding this nice position where we're reaching all the way behind us. Exhale, bring yourself down. Let's switch those hands over. Right hand stays planted now. Left arm lifts. Reach. So this is our full wild thing, finding that nice stretch through the back. Reach as far as you can. Exhale, transfer yourself down. Roll yourself over back into that plank position. Exhale to downward facing dog. Breathe in here then. Exhale to our plank. Place the right knee down this time. Transfer yourself all the way over, coming to seated. And bring yourself round. So this time, right hand is planted first, right foot is planted, left leg is extended. Coming into a modified wild thing to begin with, lift your hips up, find that nice stretch through the side of the body, opening the chest. Exhale, relax down. Switch the arms, full world thing. Left hand is planted. Inhale, reach the arms up above the head. Push the hips up towards the sky. Find that back bend. Open the chest. Look back if you can towards that right hand. Exhale, relax down. And then roll yourself all the way over, coming to your kneeling position. We're ready now to come into our full camel pose. So we've just done a modified version where we're holding onto the lower back. This time we're going to be using the hands on the heels. So we're starting off taking the right hand onto the heels, cartwheel that left hand all the way over to hold onto the left heel. Push your hips up towards the sky, open the chest, find a nice bend all the way through the spine. You'll feel the stretch in your quads, your hip flexors, and a nice curve through the back. Relax your head down. Holding here. Whenever you need to come out of the stretch, one hand at a time, bring your bum down onto your heels and come to this kneeling position. Allow yourself to relax for a second. So we've almost reached our peak pose now, which is our wheel pose. Cross the heels over, transfer yourself over onto your bum, and then roll down through the spine into a lying position. So we've done our bridge in 2 of the sessions already. We bring the heels in close towards the body. We tuck the pelvis under. We lift the hips off the mat. And we link the hands behind the lower back. Squeezing the shoulder blades, lift the hips as high towards the sky as you can. Open the chest, open the heart. Keep on breathing. Release the hands, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring yourself all the way down onto your mat. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Massage through the lower spine. Take that counter pose, rounding off the lower back. So this time you have the option to go from a bridge into a wheel pose. So again, the heels are planted nice and close to the body. We're pushing the pelvis up towards the sky, and then we're bringing the hands either side of the head. So we're taking the weight into the hands and pushing ourselves off the ground. If you need to, you can take the weight onto the top of the head. Just make sure you're protecting your neck by still supporting yourself with your hands. Push your hips upwards. If you want to intensify the stretch, you can walk your feet closer to your hands, or vice versa. Anytime you need to come down, place the head on the back of the head, roll vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way back down onto your mat, into that final position, relaxing here, hips resting on the ground. Feel free to do that one more time, or we're going to take our bridge. One last time, push the hips up towards the sky, link the hands behind the lower back, squeeze the shoulder blades, and open the chest. Focusing on the breath. Roll down through the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Relax the hips, hug the knees into the chest, give yourself a chance to relax here. From here, we're going to come into our plow pose. So this is our last posture, and it's a really nice counter pose to relieve that tension on the back. We've done a lot of back bends there, and hopefully you've achieved something you might not have achieved before, or you've bettered your strength or your technique in these positions. We're going to push our hands into the ground, bring the legs all the way over the head into your plow pose. So it's like coming into a shoulder stand. You're walking your feet as far as you can. If you have the flexibility in the lower back this way, you can bring your shins down towards the ground, hugging the head with the shins. If not, you can support your back with your hands, keep those feet planted, and find that counter pose through the lower back. Keep on breathing and relaxing here. So really important to counter all those backbends by rounding off the full spine. From here, pressing your arms in towards the ground, lower yourself down with control, back to your lion position, keeping the knees bent or extending all the way out in front of you. Focus on the breath, find your Shavasana pose, palms pointing up towards the sky, feeling the weight of your body pushing down into the earth. Allow any thoughts to exit your mind and the breath to continue to flow in and out of the body, spreading all the way through the spinal column, right down to the pelvis, right up to the top of the head. Stay here for as long as you feel comfortable. Allow your mind to wander. Allow any thoughts to come and go. Allow them to pass. Practice non-attachment. And continue this breath all the way through the spine. That brings us to the end of our final session of backbends. So we've achieved some harder peak positions there. So we got to our wheel, we did our camel pose, we did a bridge pose. And make sure you keep on practicing through the spine, keep on strengthening so that we're not just working on flexibility, we're protecting ourselves from injuries. Thank you for joining us on Stride for this backbend series of classes, and namaste.